Konami, what are you doing? Konami, you just added Rush Duel into Duel Links, and I've got a question for you. Why haven't you released Rush Duel physically in the US? I've been having a blast playing Rush Duel. It's so much fun. It's simple, it's easy to understand, and best of all, it's refreshing. It's given me that experience and that feeling of playing the regular Yu-Gi-Oh card game for the first time. It feels like a reboot to the main Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh is fun in its own way. It's extremely complicated though, and it's not very welcoming to new players and to a younger audience. Modern Yu-Gi-Oh has its own problems with turns being very long, with players summoning extremely powerful monsters with tons of negates, and it pretty much locks your opponent out of even playing the card game, and this is all done on their first turn, so your opponent doesn't really have a chance to play the game of Yu-Gi-Oh. That could be fun for some, but it's not for a lot of players, especially to players who are coming into Yu-Gi-Oh for the first time, and to kids who are just trying out the card game. The main Yu-Gi-Oh card game is going through some hardships right now, with card shops not buying Yu-Gi-Oh products because they aren't really selling, and a lot of players dropping out of playing the game completely. Konami needs to do something to revitalize Yu-Gi-Oh as a brand, and I think Rush Duel being a soft reboot is a great way to bring in younger kids into the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! And there are a lot of people that may say, well, we have Speed Duel. Speed Duel, to me, I think has a really hard time separating itself from the main Yu-Gi-Oh card game. The cards just look way too similar, and Rush Duel really separates itself with its look. So when you're playing Rush Duel, or when you see the cards, you know it's a Rush Duel. You know they're Rush Duel cards. Where with Speed Duel, even I get confused whenever I'm looking at a Speed Duel card or a regular Yu-Gi-Oh card. The only main way to tell the difference is when it says Speed at the bottom of the image of the card. So I think that may be one of the main reasons why Speed Duel may have a hard time taking off as its own separate format. And that kind of leads me to my next point. The cards, they look amazing. A lot of the Rush Duel monsters are monsters we have in the regular card game, but with updated artwork. And so of course you have cards like Dark Magician, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Dark Magician Girl, Summon Skull, Buster Blader. You have new versions of older cards like Black Luster Soldier, but this time it's Black Luster Soul Jersey because he's wearing a jersey or a jacket for some reason. And he's also not a ritual monster, he's a normal monster. And you also have original cards to Rush Duel like Seven's Road Magician, Multi-Strike Dragon Dragius, and Handy Lady. I'm really hopeful with Konami adding Rush Duel to Duel Links. This is their way of testing the waters of bringing Rush Duel outside of Japan. Now let me explain how Rush Duel works. So each player draws 5 cards on their first turn, and you can normal summon as many monsters as you want in one turn. Most of the monsters, at least as of right now, are normal monsters, and you only have 3 monster zones to work with, so it's not as powerful as you might think. Like how it is with modern Yu-Gi-Oh, you have 5 monster zones, plus 2 extra monster zones, and monsters in modern Yu-Gi-Oh have tons of effects. Whereas right now with Rush Duel, they don't, so it actually doesn't feel so powerful. The best part of Rush Duel is on your turn, you draw till you have 5 cards in your hand. So the best thing that you want to do each turn is to dump as many cards as you can on the field, so that way on your next turn, you get to draw as many cards until you have 5 in your hand. And this is a very fun mechanic because it allows a good back and forth between players. It feels like old Yu-Gi-Oh where it felt more like a duel instead of one person playing their turn and then locking the other person out of playing the game completely. And this is not a video dissing on modern Yu-Gi-Oh. I love modern Yu-Gi-Oh. It's fun in its own way. It's very complicated and it can be annoying at times, but it's so much fun to play. And Rush Duel isn't going to replace modern Yu-Gi-Oh! I just would love for there to be an alternate way to play the game. Yeah, there are alternate formats like GOAT format and Edison, so if Konami had their own new product that they could put out there that can be an alternate format for people to play, That would be amazing for everyone. It would be a great way to introduce people. It would revitalize Yu-Gi-Oh! And it'd be so refreshing for players who want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But they don't want to play modern. They just want to play something more casual. They can go over to Rush Duel and then they can go back to playing modern Yu-Gi-Oh! For me, I feel like it's a way to have everyone experience Yu-Gi-Oh! In their own way. If you have been playing Rush Duel on Duel Links, or if you've been playing the card game with Japanese cards, let me know down in the comments below what you think of it. And if Konami did release it outside of Japan, would you give it a try? Well, I just wanted to make a quick discussion video with my thoughts of Rush Duel. I just wanted to put those out there and kind of have an open discussion about what everyone thinks of it. So that's my thoughts on Rush Duel. I hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you next time.